around him and just kind of just keeping him mentally stable and make sure he's, doing the right things and, kind of just, if he has questions, I'm there for him. Just be that mentor because, I was once a freshman. And just, just knowing like the ins and outs of the games and, when to score, when to slow down your pace. But, I've been really, proud of him and he's been doing a great job of, just kind of just adapting himself into, college basketball and, just being a freshman. So.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about his vision, his ability to pass. What do you see in his game that complements yours? And do you feel like, given his ability to see the floor, do you think he'll be playing off ball more? Or no?
His playmaking ability has been really good. He's been lived up to the hype of his passing ability and whatnot. So in terms of playing off the ball, I can see myself being a versatile player. How versatile I am, either whether it's on the ball or off the ball. So there's been instances in practices where we've been sharing split reps of that on the same time. So yeah.
Just out of curiosity, is there any specific pass that you remember that he made that you were like, wow, that was crazy or no?
It's probably what you guys been seeing, probably just a no-look pass. So yeah.
So how's the dynamic been with you two? It's obviously dramatically different than you and Caleb. Mm-hmm. How different is that dynamic in the backcourt?
It's different. I think in terms of me and Caleb were a great duo and been a great duo for the 3 years we played together. In terms of having Elliot is just a little bit different. Two different players and whatnot. So Elliot is able to just play make and get the ball to the shooters when needed and whatnot. So I think that's been really good on his behalf, and he's been like I said, asking questions when needed and kind of just as a freshman just trying to know the ins and outs of the game and just kind of get a good feel for what Carolina basketball is about. So
how do you feel if your role is more of an off guard and maybe free you up for shooting more?
For me, I think, like I said, I think I'm a versatile player that that can play on the ball or off the ball. Whatever the team needs me to be, that's what I'm going to do. If it benefits the team, then so be it. I've played the 1 and the 2, so I think that's what makes me such a special player. Just being able to not just be just on the ball player. I could come off that stagger screens or play floppy action. So I wouldn't mind it at all.
Has there been more emphasis on ball movement? Sometimes last season maybe the ball will get stuck, and I know you have this 80 passes in a minute drill that you're doing. Has that been a point of emphasis coming in?
Yeah, it's definitely been a big emphasis just in terms of ball movement and player movement. You'll hear Coach Davis say that a lot, just in terms of just getting the ball from one side of the court to the other, moving out the ball, and not just holding the ball. He's a 0.5 mentality. You either shoot it, pass it, or drive it. So that's what's been said in the preseason, the summer, even now. I think that's what the player movement is for.
How about the pace, the tempo this year compared to last year with Elliott on board?
Mm-hmm. I think the pace overall is just going to be more running up and down in terms of I think last year kind of slowed down the pace a little bit. Always walking up the court, calling the play, calling the set. Whereas we're going to try to get back to how Carolina basketball was once before in terms of primary break and secondary break and just getting the ball from one baseline down to the other.
Now, when you and Elliott are both on the court, there are going to be times when the other two guards are taller than you. What kind of challenges does that create on defense, and how do you overcome that?
I think it just in terms of heart over height. I'm not a big believer in just he may be taller than this guy and he can't defend or whatnot. I think it's been proven by smaller guards that's in college and even NBA. So I think with our grit and our IQ on the defensive end, it'll work out.
Elliott said that one of his biggest challenges was defense coming into the college space. Are you able to help him or give him any advice and tips on how to improve that?
Yeah, because for me personally, I wasn't once a great defender. I don't think I am there yet, but I definitely have improved. Just in terms of kind of giving him advice on how to get over a screen or when to anticipate a steal's coming or be in the right direction in defensive rotation. just kind of just feeding him that knowledge and helping him out along the way. Because as a freshman, it's just new. Defensive rotations is a lot different than what high school is. So just kind of being that kind of that mentor for him a little bit and giving him advice on that.
What can you say about the chemistry over the last couple of months with the team? How's it developed? How's it gotten better? Jalen said it was refreshing that it just from day one for him, he felt like he clicked. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, it's been great. Just like I said it earlier before, you would think that the newcomers and the freshmen, like they were here like for 4 years. That's how like their personalities, they were just like so open and were able to just kind of show their personality a little bit. Chemistry's been great though, just like on and off the court. We've been able to gel. And I think right now we're at the point where we know each other's play styles. We know where Paxton may want the ball, Cormac may want the ball, Elliott, Mondo. I think we're all just understanding each other. And chemistry's been going well. It's only going to continue to get better.
RJ, how long did it take you guys to sort of decompress, unload after the season? Because the more we talked to you coming down the stretch, it was clear there was a heavy burden on you guys. Like, how long did it take you to kind of get past some of that, and what did you take away from it once you could kind of get some space?
It took quite a while just to see the year that we had. Obviously, it wasn't the year that we anticipated or wanted to have. So it kind of took a while just to decompress and reflect on it a little bit. But I'll probably say maybe 3 weeks I was able to just kind of just like reset a little bit and kind of have a new mindset, new goal in terms of how I'm going to approach my senior year. So that's how the off season went for me. Just kind of get my mind right and mentally just trying to figure out what I was going to do and how I want like my senior year to look.
Yeah. Do you think pressure, feeling overwhelmed, it was from the start? Looking back now, do you think it was something that built over the year as things started to go wrong?
I mean, I think just in terms of, I think we let too many opinions and thoughts get into what we knew this team could be. Obviously, we can't control what everyone's saying and what everyone's expectations are for the team. So I think trying to live up to people's expectations kind of got to us a little bit, rather than just knowing within the locker room what we have. And that was a special group that we could have went well and it could have went far with. And that's how I'll probably review on the last season.
I want to ask about Marcus Page. What has having him back at Carolina done for the team?
I mean, it's been great. Just to, you go up watching Marcus, back in 2016, and his years here, he was a phenomenal player here. Now to have him on the coaching staff is actually like just crazy. But he's been doing a great job of just helping me out, being much of a great coach as he is in terms of pick and roll, shots. I give a lot of credit to Marcus.
Ramona talked about how something about Cormac and how ultra competitive he is. What are some examples you've seen of Cormac being like that in practice?
Just in terms of his energy and just him going after, in every drill, just not giving up. I know there was one incident. He had got like kneed in his knee, and then he went to go kick a table, because that's how competitive he is and has that fire in him. So that's probably one incident I remember the most.
Yeah. Speaking of Cormac again, what do you think he brings to kind of your offense and just spacing on the floor in general?
His competitive nature, his ability to shoot the ball from all three levels, and he's a really good defender.
Thanks, RJ.
Yep.
Was it initially odd when you saw Cormac was coming after that incident with Caleb last season? The incident at the
here?
Yeah.
Was it odd?
Yeah, did it kind of?
Oh, he's saying when he came,
and remembering the incident with Caleb.
Yeah, I mean, it was just. I mean, I think it was just more in the heat of the moment. I don't think any players were, necessarily trying to, however that incident went, we're trying to intentionally hurt each other. I think it was more so just a basketball play and just non-intentional.
Was there a little bit of whiplash in the offseason that there were only 3 other players back from last season, and you probably could you have ever imagined that happening?
No, not really. Just the because I've came in as a freshman with 6 other freshmen, and then just had teammates throughout the years, and kind of like being that core group, and then going into my senior year, just have like none of them here. It's kind of like weird a little bit, and like kind of like heartbreaking because those are guys that I've created relationships with and friendships that last beyond basketball. So it's definitely something that I've like thought about going into this year. But I'm wishing the best for all of them. I know all of them are going to do really well at all the universities they're at because that's what they brought to the table here at UNC.
I know you already answered this question already, but how